Hello everyone. Welcome to a brand new episode. So today we're gonna do something a little bit different. Um, I'm gonna try a different style of content, right? So we're gonna try some commentary comment. Hold on, that did not make sense. Some commentary content. There we go. So, because I like to talk about stuff, right? Like I like to give my opinion on stuff, and so I figured I might as well try it out, see if you guys enjoy it as well, right? Plus, I like to hear what your guys' opinion is on all kinds of different stuff. So I'm down to have a conversation with you guys, like down in the comments. Maybe even do a stream as well. Maybe we'll react to some of this stuff on stream. But yeah, so today we're talking about one Hassan crashing out, and a few other things because more Pegasus content is generally like it covers more stuff. It's not just one thing in particular, right? Obviously, you guys will have the original video in the description. If you guys enjoy his content, and my content, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And also, if you guys enjoy his content, subscribe to his channel as well. Showing support and appreciation. You know what I mean, for the stuff, for the fact that is, it's allowing us, or well, it's allowing me to react to it and give my own opinion on it. That'll be appreciated. But yeah, with that being said, let's get into this video.
Welcome back to a series so mad, even Diddy Piker subscribed. In today's video, Hassan is absolutely crashing out after his favorite dictator has been neutralized. The supreme leader of Iran and dictator has finally been dealt with by America, and his reign of terror has come to an end. Asmongold is...
Right. Can I just say right quick? Like, I genuinely feel like this is a good thing that happened, right? Like, have your opinion about Trump or America or whatever, but I genuinely feel like this was a really good thing that happened, right? And here's why. Because think about it like this, right? Iran's leadership, right? It's obviously run by bad people, and they obviously have the um, terrorists, right, that do a lot of bad things, or what I was gonna do does the dirty job or whatever the fuck, right? Like they're very like their leadership suppresses their people a lot. So like for example, what you might be able to do in America or Romania or UK or whatever, like for example, I don't know, going out in public and having your own opinion about the government, right? Maybe you can, if you're in America, you can go out and say fuck Trump or whatever, right? If you do that in Iran about their leadership, you would be killed, right? And that's obviously not a good thing, because that obviously then leads to other things that you can't do, because obviously if they say, well, you can't talk about your leadership, right? It's kind of like Russia, if you think about it, right? Because even in Russia, you may agree or disagree with Putin, right? Whatever your stance is, it's your stance, like whatever, right? But like if you talk bad about Putin, you will have consequences, right? And that's obviously not good, right? Like, in America it's called free speech, and I generally around the world it's kind of called free speech, right? Which then allows them to, okay, well, you can't talk about this, you can't do this, you can't do that. Like for example, you can't walk down the street and like dance around, I don't want to sound rude, but I don't think that Iranian people have the thing like the Muslims have with what women have to cover their faces, right? But even that is good thing, right? Or not a good thing, a good example, because it's like, Muslims, for example, right? Like if you're a woman, you can't like show your face, your hair, that kind of stuff, right? In a public space. And that's not good, right? Obviously, it's not good. Like, um, whereas in America, whatever, bro, you're a woman, you can almost just about walk about just about naked, right, if you wanted to, right? Like go in like very revealing clothing and stuff like that, and nobody would do anything to you, right, in terms of like the government or whatever, whereas in certain parts of the world, that's not an option. If you do that, you will get killed or you get imprisoned, stuff like that, right? And the other thing is the fact that Iran has a lot of uh explosive power, if you will, right? Where I feel like if you did, if they didn't do this now, if America didn't attack now, and they would have left them for like another year or two or three, whatever, then they will become, then they will get to a point where they're too powerful, and then they will start attacking other countries as well, right? Or no, yeah, they will attack like America, sure, but also they will start attacking other countries. Maybe Romania, maybe UK, maybe Poland, whatever the fuck, right? Like it doesn't matter, like which country. The idea is that they will attack, right? Because they're obviously they have proven to everybody that they're not good people, right? So what makes you think that if they have the power to basically eliminate anyone and everyone that they want, they won't do it? You know what I mean? So I feel like this prevented a bigger issue, right? Furthermore, it's a lot of people like to say, well, yeah, but like think about all the people that died, right? And to that, my personal opinion and what I personally have to say about that is the fact that, like, yeah, obviously it's not a good thing, and nobody, is happy that people died, right? But if it means that 100 people die, but we save a million people, I think, as bad as it is, I would much rather. I'm on the side where it's like, okay, whatever. We lost 100 people, but we saved a million. So it's definitely worth it in the end. It's a better thing in the end, right? And that's, in my personal opinion, that's a logical conclusion. But a lot of people are thinking, not, they don't think logically, they think emotionally. So what I mean by that is, rather than people be like, okay, sure, we lost 100 people, but we saved a million, rest in peace to everyone that died, and massive respect for the people that sacrificed their life, but we saved a million people. A lot of people think very like, oh man, but they're gonna die, like, and that's not a good way to think about stuff, because that's not how life works, for one. For two, leads to you being taken advantage of by other people, because they can emotionally manipulate you into doing certain things or saying certain stuff that you know can, and a lot of times a lot of bad people will put you in situations that will ruin your entire life, right? Whether that'll be, they'll make you act out and, like, I don't know, do a school shooting or whatever the fuck, which, I mean, if you kill yourself is one thing, but if not, like, you'll be put in prison, plus the other people that you killed. You get the idea, right? Like, you get what I'm trying to say, right? Like, thinking logically, it's a better way to go about things in life than thinking emotionally, right? But yeah, I do. By the way, I will cover, even though, yeah, obviously, in case you don't know, I don't live in America, and I'm not American. I'm Romanian. I live in Romania. Life is good for me, kind of thing, right? But it's important to talk about these things because they impact the rest of the world, right? Whether you guys like to admit it or not, America has a lot of power when it comes to influencing the rest of the world, right? Like, for example, if something gets really big in America, then inevitably it will become a thing in UK, then in Romania, or whatever order you want to put it in. Say, I don't know, there's a fucking trend going on, right, where people do some fucking challenge and it becomes very popular, right? I believe ice bucket challenge, it's a perfect example, because if I recall correctly, the ice bucket challenge, for those of you that remember that, it started in America and then it became a thing everywhere. Like, even in Romania, everybody was doing the ice bucket challenge and all that stuff, right? Which obviously the intent behind the ice bucket challenge, even if it initially started as a way to do something good, people took advantage of that because it became very popular, and now everybody does it, right? The same thing happens even with politics. Like, if, say, Trump tomorrow says, oh, all transgender people, will be killed, right? And, say the response is very positive, right? And everybody's like, yeah, 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 yeah. Ultimately, inevitably, it will start to leak into other parts of the world. And then other parts of the world will be like, yeah, we also kill transgender people. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that should happen or that's a good thing, because it's not. Whatever. Everybody does whatever the fuck they want as long as they're over 18, right? I only have a problem with people when they say, "Oh, fucking, Timmy is 6 years old and he's playing with dolls, so that means he's a girl. So now we're gonna force him to take, you know, a life-altering medication so he can become a woman." That I don't agree with that. When you're 18 or an adult, right? in your country, then you can do whatever the fuck you want. That's your life. That's your decision. You impact your life in the decisions that you make. When you're underage, though, like, and your parents push you to do something that's life altering, because it is life altering, right? Like, if you take like hormones or whatever, right, to change your sex, that's not going back. Like, there is no going back. If your parents force you to have, an operation where now, they chop your dick off and, they give you a fake vagina and some plastic and some fucking false tits, that's life altering. Like, that's fucked up. Even if you revert those changes, one, you'll never be the same. Two, there will forever be scars on your body. And three, that's something that, especially if you're young and you're manipulated into it, as you grow up, and you will think that's the right, maybe, your parents were right. Maybe you are a girl, even though you don't feel like a girl, and like, it'll never be a good thing. Plus, I'm, putting aside the side effects that can come with all the medication, all that stuff, right? But regardless, back to what I wanted to say is, yeah, I feel like America did a good thing, right? And it's very important for us to talk about it, because it will inevitably, and maybe very directly or indirectly, affect the rest of the world as well, right? So that's what I want to say. Now let's continue with the video.
Calling out the woke virtue signalers who were silent about the oppression in Iran, Hassan has responded acting like this is a tragedy and the US should have let Iran develop nuclear bombs. Bro has lost it. He's back glazing North Korea again. You cannot make this shit up. Psycho freaks on Twitter have lost it and are advocating murder now.
Wait, hold on. What? Hold on, there's a couple of things I wanted to say, but I wanted to let the video play on a little longer. But holy shit, what? I really want to know what Jerry Rig Everything has said, bro. Because if you guys don't know, Jerry Rig Everything is someone that just does tech stuff for the most part, right? Like, whenever a new phone comes out, he does like the durability test, like how easy scratches, all that shit, And he also built like, because his wife is in a wheelchair, right? Which, I mean, it's unfortunate, right? But I'm pretty, like, he does like all this kind of stuff. Like, he built like an elevator and stuff like that for her to get upstairs easily and stuff like that. So I really want to know, what the fuck did Jerry Everything say, man? Like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't even know he was into politics, or because he never talked about it on his channel, right? At least that I'm aware of. I never seen him talk about it. And two, I am kind of not surprised that Hassan is taking this extreme stance, because that's kind of all he does, right? Hassan is a self-admitted extremist, which I will attach on screen right now. So it's not a shocker that he will do something like this. However, it's like, I don't understand how he can do this and how people watch him and agree with him, right? Like, I feel like Hassan doesn't realize the privileges that he has living in America, right? Because I think he's Turkish or whatever, but he lives in America and he's always complaining about America. He's always chatting death to America. I mean, he's supporting the Houthis or Houthis, however it's pronounced, right? Clearly people that don't like America, and clearly he doesn't like America. So what the fuck are you doing in America? Fuck off back to your own country. You know what I mean? It's like, if someone came to Romania and all they will do is be like, oh man, fuck Romania. I hope, Romanian people die, all this shit, Romanian people are not gonna be happy. They're gonna tell him, you know what, get the fuck out, bro. Although in Romania, we're a lot more, how can I say this? We don't tolerate this kind of stuff, right? Like, people don't tolerate this type of shit. Like, you come here, you respect our culture, right? If not, they will almost 100% guaranteed, like 99.9% guaranteed, there's gonna be some physical violence to you for disrespecting our country, and then you'll get sent back to your own country. So it's like, if you live in America and you say death to America, I don't understand, what the fuck are you still doing in America? Just fuck off where you came from. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that hard, right? But obviously he's doing this to, like, promote propaganda or whatever, right? Or to attract attention to him. And the people that have this mentality of all publicity is good publicity, that's not true. That's retarded as fuck, right? But whatever, let's keep going.
Advocating murder now. The debunker XQC has responded, absolutely cooking Hassan. The most pathetic Hassan orbiter, Caseytron, has responded to Asmongold after he revealed he blacklisted her from the Austin streamers. Predictably, she blames it on misogyny and claims that he's simply too afraid to debate Hassan. Oh, brother! Rank number 2 Pucklord, Sneeko, is back, and he's accusing Hassan of copying his flow and stealing his soundboard, particularly the Fa sound effect. Battle of the Regods rematch! Subscribe or you get airstriked. It appears you would be cooked.
Let's up those numbers!
Now let's begin. Right, welcome back to another day of Hassan Crash Shouts. Absolutely lovely. Make sure to sip your tea or coffee while watching. Right, so quick context. Apparently, America cooked Iran. They killed the supreme leader, and he was like this dictator guy. Not the nicest dude, I'd say. Pretty evil, most people would agree. Except Hassan, of course, who is absolutely mortified that one of his favorite dictators is now dead. Now, of course, the Iranian government was funding his 3 favorite terrorist organizations, Hamas, the Houthis, and Hezbollah, and Hassan is obviously a big fan, right? Mr. 10 toes down there. And now, obviously, they're not going to be able to continue doing that, so Hassan is throwing a non-stop crybaby tantrum, claiming that this wouldn't have happened if you simply allowed Iran to get nukes, right? You know, the people chanting death to America, let them get nukes, guys. That would have totally ended well. So anyways,
Yeah, like how the fuck can you think that's a good thing? Like, but then again, it's Hassan, so why am I surprised when he said like 10 toes fucking down for the hoodies or Hezbollah or something like that? Like, how that the clip?
I believe what the Houthis are doing in terms of stopping Israel doing a genocide to implement a blockade on the Red Sea is a good thing. 10 toes fucking down.
But yeah, I don't fucking I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. It's shocking to me, man. I don't know what's going on, man. I feel like he definitely should be investigated. Also, what the fuck is that plushie? Hold on. Is that plushie like fucking Moist Critical? Like, why does he look like Moist Critical, bro? Like, holy fuck.
let's go over the updates one by one and then look at Hassan's reaction.
Ali Khamenei is just confirmed dead. Wait a minute, let's hear this.
A short time ago, the United States military began major combat operations in Iran. For 47 years, the Iranian regime has chanted death to America and waged an unending campaign of bloodshed and mass murder, targeting the United States, our troops, and the innocent people in many, many countries. Iran is the world's #1 state sponsor of terror, and just recently killed tens of thousands of its own citizens on the street as they protested.
This is one of the things, it's actually shocking and appalling to me. Almost none of these virtue signaler people in the West weren't talking at all about the Iranian regime murdering their own citizens. I wonder why.
Well, yeah, obviously, I wonder why, right? It's because really they don't care about the situation, right? They only doing it because they want to get social media attention, right? Whether that'll be likes, views, you know, and they're desperate for validation. Like, there'll be crazy people that will agree with them. I'll be like, yeah, you're so right, bro, you're so right. And that's what they crave, right? They're narcissistic people that crave attention, and they will do anything to get that attention. They will use the most fucked up situation just for them to get some attention and some validation on social media, because really they don't care about the situation. They just want the validation. Also, quick note, I don't like, there's another thing as well, right? Like, how the fuck, you know, can people be shocked when, like, Iranian people, or no, sorry, Iranian government kept saying, you know, death to America, fuck America, death to America. You know, of course, at one point, America's gonna be like, oh yeah? Well, fuck you too. And they will attack back, right? Now, obviously, just like I mentioned before, it's a good thing that they attack back, because now, you know, the Iranian people have a possible opportunity to gain their freedom, right? To be able to vote for who they want their leader to be able to, go out and dance in public, or whatever, right? Like they'll be able to get their freedom back. It's not guaranteed, obviously. We don't know how things will turn out, but it's definitely a new possibility, and it's a lot more of a possibility than it was before, their regime died, right? uh and it's like, furthermore, if you think that, oh, whatever, how the fuck can you say that? What if Iranian people like their leader? Well, they didn't, obviously, because even Iranian people are thanking America for killing their leader, like their regime leader. So even Iranian people are happy about it. They're like, yes, thank you, America, thank you for killing him. Like, thank God, we're so happy he's done. Like, he's dead now. So it's like, how can people say, well, but that's not what they wanted? Like, have you talked to an Iranian person to know if that's what they wanted? And sure, whatever, there will be that one person that'll be like, nah, I like the regime, bro. But that's not the majority. And like, what's important is the majority, right? Like, I think that's pretty simple, pretty easy to understand, right? I don't know. That's my opinion anyway. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how people can be so tone deaf, apart from when they're clearly narcissists and all they care about is getting social media attention.
That's pretty obvious. It's because you don't get social media likes for that one, right?
Yeah, exactly,
It's not
exactly.
about the actual lives lost or the actual oppression that is happening around the world. It's about which conflict gives me the most virtue signal points on social media, right? Where all my friends in this echo chamber will think that I'm the most virtuous and good person in the world, right? While people like Hassan obviously sit in America like a privileged loser, shielded from the actual consequences of, being in these oppressive regimes, and will just blatantly say the most false statements, such as arguing that Iranian women were not actually oppressed.
Iranian women can't post TikTok dances? What? They abso-fucking-lutely can. What are you talking about?
Of course, bro. Of course they can, Hassan knows everything, bro. Like, are you fucking retarded? Are you not looking at the world? You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. Here's the thing, right? Most people on Twitter or whatever social media platform you want to throw out there, right? Who say stupid shit like this, right? It's one of the two things, right? But a lot of times they're combined. One, they're retarded and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Or two, they're desperate for social media attention. And like I said, a lot of the times they're both true at the same time, right? They're retarded and desperate for social media attention. With Hassan, on the other hand, it's kind of hard to say. Like, I want to say that he's saying all this retarded shit simply because he's craving the attention from people, right? He's trying to rile people up and to get extremists to agree with him. But then on the flip side, I can't say that he's doing this for social media attention. And I genuinely think that's what he genuinely believes, given that he himself admitted he is an extremist. And I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what to say about him. But regardless, you can say whatever you want about him, but he's still a retard and he's still wrong at the same time. Like, I don't know, man.
5, 6 girls dancing. They not only they become arrested.
Keep in mind, this is the same guy who was arguing that Iran is weirdly pro-trans because they force gay people to transition. This is the pro-LGBT guy, by the way.
There are plenty of gay and trans people. By the way, Iran is actually weirdly very pro-trans.
Now, avid viewers of the legendary...
Wait, hold on. What do you mean they're pro-trans, bro? They're not. If you're gay, you get killed. It's simple as that, bro. Like, it's just... Like, I don't care if you're a man going to a woman or a woman going to a man, or if you're a boy that likes a boy or a woman that likes a woman. If you're gay or part of the LGBT spectrum, you're dead, bro. Like, what? I don't know, man. Like, how can you say something like... See what I mean? This is why I'm saying that it's hard to know if he's just retarded and doing this thing on purpose to rile people up, or if he's just fucking retard and he just opens his mouth about shit he doesn't know about. Like, what?
Series would also remember when Hassan attempted to justify the D to America chant, saying that, oh, they don't actually mean death, guys. It's just like it's a figure of speech, obviously.
Yeah, all
So
right,
basically,
bro.
Hassan was advocating for the death of his own country, which is, I don't know, debatable, because I don't think he considers himself American at this point.
Why is that so hard to comprehend for people? Like, literally, in their eyes, and there is some truth to this, there's a lot of truth to this, we are the fucking bad guys. So, of course, they're gonna fucking say death to America. What do you mean? That's why it's bizarre to someone who doesn't understand. It's like, why are they so peaceful, yet they're saying death to America? It's like, because that's a normal chant. If your entire...
Also, you got, I don't know why this video is in such low quality, but you got painted nails, bro. You will get killed if you go to Iran, bro, by the terrorists. Like, they don't like that shit over there. Like, yeah, you support them. So, pick a side, bro. Are you going to paint your nails and get killed, if you ever got to Iran, or are you just gonna stop doing that and just shut the fuck up, bro?
Existence has been defined by American...
Like, how the fuck can you say, oh yeah, bro, they're shouting like, death to America, death to America. And like, yeah, they don't mean it like that, boy. You know what I mean? It's just a saying, like, it's like, how you meet up with your homie and you're like, what's up, bro? That's kind of them, like, meeting up and say, death to America, bro. It's not that serious. Like, huh? What?
Imperialism. Then yeah, of course you're gonna be like, death to America.
So anyways, apparently they got pictures of his house, and it's not looking very good.
To the members of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard, the armed forces, I say tonight that you must lay down your weapons and have complete immunity, or in the alternative, face certain death. Finally, to the great proud people of Iran, I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take.
Oh my God.
This will be probably your only chance for generations.
Khomeini's house satellite photos? Uh-oh.
Yeah, that should be looking crispy, huh?
Oh my God. What house? That looks permanent? Yeah, I think he's dead, guys. Khomeini's body has been found, and he is confirmed dead. The Iran Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khomeini is dead, along with 5 or 10 other top leaders in the Iranian government who were all meeting at So wait a minute. Are you telling me that we just waited for them all to get into one building and then we just blew up the building? I'm Iranian, and I want to tell every leftist pro-Palestine person to shut the up about Iran's situation right now. It's none of your business, bitch. You were silent about the Iran massacre, and you better keep it that way now.
Right, so another thing to keep in mind, that Hassan, right, Mr. Revolution, Mr. I hate oppression here, was too busy virtue signaling on other issues to actually care about the Iranian government gunning down their own people, right? Turning off their internet, actual oppression, right? And meanwhile, he was too busy calling Asmongold a Nazi, Ethan a Nazi, anybody he doesn't like a Nazi, right? And this is...
Bro, like, here's the thing. I feel like when people call you a Nazi nowadays, that word has lost its meaning. Really, because it's like, and now people call you a Nazi just because you don't agree with their thing. Like, for example, in America, there's the big thing now with fuck ICE and all that, right? And if you support ICE or you refuse to say fuck ICE, then oh, you're a Nazi, you're a Nazi. Like, it's such a retarded thing. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know. It's like people calling you a Nazi nowadays is like, oh, whatever. But yes, yeah, so I'm a Nazi because I believe in human rights, like, or maybe because I just don't want to say what all the sheeps are saying, like fuck ICE, like, you know what I mean? I don't know, man. Like, but this is again something that like leftists and extremists will use as a tactic to try and silence you, and the best way to go about it is to not get silenced. Don't fall for their traps and like, oh, you're a Nazi because you don't say fuck ICE. Well, if you don't believe in saying fuck ICE, or you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, then shut the fuck up. Like, don't fall to the pressure. You know what I mean? It's just like 2% of people that cause all the trouble that want to then push everybody else into being silenced and just agreeing without even knowing what they're agreeing to, or just agreeing for the sake of being left alone. Like, don't fall for the peer pressure. They're just retards, and you should just ignore them. Life goes on.
This reveals his true character. He is a propagandist, right? Anything that doesn't fit the agenda, it simply doesn't count. Never be deluded into thinking that Hassan ever cares about oppression or cares about people at all. This guy only has one belief, and it's anti-America and seemingly pro-communism. His love for communism is so deep that he even glazes North Korea because he thinks it's a communist utopia, right? Right, so here was the official statement that Trump put out.
Khomeini, one of the most evil people in history, is dead. This is not only justice for the people of Iran, but for all great Americans and those from many countries throughout the world that have been killed or mutilated by Khomeini and his gang of bloodthirsty thugs. He was unable to avoid our intelligence and highly sophisticated tracking systems. There was not a thing he or the other leaders that have been killed along with him could do. We are hearing that many of the IRGC military no longer want to fight and are looking for immunity from us. As I said last night, now they can have immunity. Later, they only get death. Being able to kidnap a head of state and decapitate a regional military power back to back without taking a single American casualty is such a wild spectacle of power. I don't think it has any other historic precedent.
Honestly, yeah, it's kind of right? Because they kidnapped Maduro and nobody died. They did I think that one of their helicopters got shot, but like not destroyed. Nobody died though, And now, same thing happened, right? Like they just poof, killed that guy and nobody died. Now, obviously, things have progressed since then a bit, and there's been some friendly fire going on. Also, at least they said that it's friendly fire. I'm still looking into it and trying to understand what exactly happened. So I'm not going to talk too much about that right now because I'm not 100% sure on it. But, apparently there's been some friendly fire. So yet again, you can't say, oh, it's the Iranian, that killed the American or whatever. And I don't think anybody actually died. I think it was just a jet that has been destroyed because the woman driver or the woman pilot, sorry, she escaped. Like she parachuted out and she's alive. But yeah.
I'm trying to think about it, and I don't know if it does either.
Right, so here are the facts. A dictator is dead, a lot of people have been freed from oppression, and thousands of innocent lives have been saved, right? And there's an opportunity for regime change. Now, whether that goes smoothly is debatable, but an evil man is actually dead. So let's see how Hassan reacts, right? But first, the comments. Federal judge overturns Supreme Leader's death. Classic. Call me Kaya. I'm shocked. So 2026 is the year of finding out. Sorry for your loss, Hassan. It's
Bro,
that's
like a close family
member
like, that's
of his has
fucked
died,
up.
right? It's like a own personal tragedy, and you'll see the way he reacts to it. Basically like that. He died before GTA 6. What a tragedy.
Bro, the GTA 6 memes are just so good, bro. Like it is crazy, right? How much they delayed GTA 6 to the point where it has become one of the biggest internet memes of all time. Like, oh man, we got, America took over Iran before GTA 6 or, whatever, right? Like they kidnapped Maduro before GTA 6. Like, it's so crazy, man.
Cuba getting real nervous now. World War III, nope. 3-hour war.
Bro, what the fuck? That image, holy shit. That's a profile picture. God damn. Is that supposed to be Michael Jackson, by the way? What the fuck? And true, honestly, it just lasted 3 hours, huh? They didn't really stood a chance. Which is funny because in a tweet, he said that, America thinking that they have like the strongest military power in the world, we will, one day that military power will get hit so hard he won't be able to stand up again. But homie got clapped instantly, like, punk. No shot, no chance to even do anything about it.
I ran to my bunker, but it's too late. Classic. It's flipping February. True. It's only been 2 months
right?
of the year. A lot of shit going down.
I know, right? Like, fucking hell, 2026 has a crazy start to the year, bro. Like, goddamn. Honestly, that's how I feel right now, bro. Patrick is representing me very well. Like, oh shit, like holy shit, it's only February yet there's so much shit going on, so much happened in like almost 2 months. Like, it's fucking nuts.
Anyway, so Hassan responded on Twitter and he starts by instantly saying that Iran just should have had nukes, right? America should have simply let them acquire nuclear powers.
What the fuck?
Iran wouldn't be getting bombed if they developed nukes and a delivery system like Jericho 3. Mearsheimer is totally correct. The region would be more stable if Iran had nukes right now. The moment Trump ripped up the blah blah blah, this should have been the moment. Okay, so just another reminder, the leaders of Iran were chanting death to America, right? And this isn't like a musical tradition. It means something quite literally, right? It probably means what it says, right? So if they actually had nukes, like Hassan is advocating for, they would have nuked America and probably the rest of the world as well.
Also, quick note, right? He is supporting death to America, right? Like, you know, and people say like, oh, they should have had nukes. Bro, you live in America. You know, if they attacked America, you will be in their crossfire as well, right? Like, you will probably be nuked as well. Like, even if you want to say, bro, he's just like some fucking narcissist, it's not a good argument because it's like you're putting yourself in the crossfire. You know what I mean? Because you live in America. Like, when they're gonna like throw the nukes, right? They're not gonna be like, oh, it's Hassan Piker there. Hold on, whip out to the left so we don't hit him. Like, what? I mean, obviously that's not gonna happen now, but still, like, you know, I mean, like, if it was to happen, like, they wouldn't be like, oh shit, it's Hassan Piker. Can you go like 5 meters to the left so he doesn't get hit? Like, we love that guy. Like, he's part of us. No, bro, they're just gonna drop him wherever he lands, bro. Like, if it's on your head, it is on your head. They don't give a shit because they're not good people. Like, they don't care about you. They don't care about people in general, right? They only care for their interest. It's simple.
The fallout, right? They do not really care about the consequences. They seem to be these like fanatical freaks who will sort of do anything to get what they want, including die for their cause. We got the replies: if they had nuclear weapons, they would subjugate the whole region. Regional escalation: Iran targeted several countries, and it's basically Iran going for a bunch. There's a bunch of breaking news happening right now. Apparently Iran is you know, sending strikes to a bunch of random places. So yeah, they're getting real desperate right now. Is this dude seriously defending Iran right now? Go touch some grass and take your meds, bro. Iranians who have been begging for help for months, years in fact, are celebrating the downfall. Hassan the dog shocker wants to give them nukes. Absolute cinema. And we got Hassan,
bro, that's a wild ass picture, bro.
Nukes, right?
God damn.
Nuclear shell. Denaturalize and deport Hassan Piker. Now this is a
honestly,
this is
yeah,
a movement a
they
lot of people
should
can
do.
get behind. Until they slip the nuke to Hamas or Hezbollah, your friends are getting annihilated tonight. I hope it's agonizing for you. Bro, he is absolutely crashing out. You would think his dog died or like a personal family member or something, but no, it's like this evil dictator who everybody hates except Hassan. The dog shocker is another insightful take. A clown's average salary is 40 to 50k a year, and here you are paying one for free. Gigabrain take the terrorist.
God damn, bro.
Unironically, that's his take. Anyways, at this point, you're probably thinking he can't get worse. Just kidding. Nobody's thinking that. Everybody has full belief that he will get worse.
Oh yeah,
he now
1,000,000%.
defends North Korea again. You cannot make this shit up, man. How many times? How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? Okay, we got this guy going. North Korea looking a lot smarter for developing nuclear weapons despite all the international opposition and pressure. Hassan quote tweets, many more people are saying this. So Hassan, what did you mean by this? What exactly did you mean by this? Let me translate the Hassan Piker fucking subtweeting here. He's saying Iran should have had nukes, right? He's like, oh my god, I can't believe my favorite dictator died. He wouldn't have died if Iran had nukes, right? He's basically doubling down here, and he's once again glazing North Korea, but going, wow, oh my god, Supreme Leader, you are so smart. Wow, you have nukes, so nobody can mess with you right now. What a
You know what the thing is? I feel like even if they had nukes, right? Let's give that theory, right? Let's say that he did, like, Iran actually had nukes. I feel like the leader would still have been dead, right? Because again, if I'm wrong, you guys can correct me in the comments. But from my understanding, this was kind of a surprise attack. Like they didn't know that they were going to get blown up because they went, like, the America and the Israel were like spying on them, right? And they waited for everybody to gather in a room, and then they, you know what I mean, then they blew them up. So if I'm understanding this correctly, even if they had nukes, that still would have not made a single difference. In the sense that he would have been dead regardless. What it would have made a difference, though, it would have been that now, you know, a lot, like things would have been a lot worse, right? Like the aftermath would have been a lot worse, rather than just, you know, the way it is right now. And I'm not saying that the way it is right now is perfect, because it's not, or that is good because it's not. Like, for example, Iran attacked the fucking airport, right? Like the Dubai airport, where there were no, you know, I don't know, important people, if you wish, right? Like leaders or whatever, right? They were just like normal people like me and you, right? And that got killed because Iran is just, you know, is just taking a massive L, and they're like, well, fuck it, we're just gonna, you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. So I feel like even if you entertain the idea that, oh, if they had nukes, they would have been, you know, he wouldn't have been dead. That's not true, because if they had nukes, like you know, like I said, if I understood this correctly, like that was a surprise attack. And two, if they had nukes, they would have attacked America. I don't know, bro. Given that they always say death to America, you know, it's pretty logical to think, okay, so maybe America is one of their primary targets, right? I don't know. They're not gonna go and bomb Bulgaria, you know, when they say death to America. I don't know. I'm just saying, right? Like, I don't know. It's pretty self-explanatory, right? So I don't know. His point, in my opinion, it's invalid either, regardless of how you look at it. Like, even if you want to give him the benefit of the doubt, like, it's still invalid.
A wonderful thing, right? That's a wonderful thing, according to Hassan, right? That they can continue to oppress.
And also, sorry for pausing again. I forgot to finish my idea. Is that even if they had nukes, right, and they started attacking people, he would have most likely still been dead. Because if they attacked America, America obviously will attack back. Like, they're not gonna be like, sure, bro. You know, just sure. You got any left? Like, come on, we can wait. We're chilling. No, bro. They're gonna attack back, and obviously they're gonna go for him, right? As he's the instigator. I don't know. I'm just saying, right? Where were we?
With the side of starving millions of civilians. Yes, I'm Hassan.
But like, I feel like, I mean, sure, whatever, because obviously in America there's the whole thing with the Epstein files right now. Like, whatever, you can say that, you know, because you know, America and Epstein files, like, oh, funny. But like, it's not just America, bro. It's Israel as well. Also, what is it? Just what? I don't know why it keeps like flashing. I don't know what's wrong with YouTube. Hold on, 12. Where we're at? 1326. Let me refresh. Make sure that we're good. Like, I don't know what's cracking.
Place right now if Iran.
But yeah, hopefully it stops. I don't know what's cracking with that. It's a new problem. But yeah, anyway, I don't know. Like, it doesn't make sense, right? Because Israel. Well, I mean, apparently Israel was in the Epstein files, but still, it wouldn't make sense, right? I don't know.
Head nukes.
It's just some retarded. Why the fuck am I falling for his
right?
retarded take?
Famously, everyone is fleeing South Korea to go live in the glorious, lot smarter North Korea. Of course. You know, you say that as a joke, but Hassan actually probably believes that. Yes,
no, 100%.
Westernization with the side of starving millions of civilians. Yes. I'm Hassan Piker, and I'm good at politics. Anyways, it wasn't enough for him to crash out on Twitter. He's crashing out on stream as well. He had to do a little double whammy. He's now claiming that this will lead to the end of America now. Where did you get that one from? God knows.
The Amer-Israeli World War scene that we've been talking about for the past week is finally here. It's happening. America and Israel last night struck the nation state of Iran with 93 million population. America and Israel have officially launched an attack on Iran.
Bro, hold on. Sorry, I just realized. Is he about to deep throat that fucking microphone? Also, why are you talking like, yeah. Are you fucking high on Adderall or what? Like, are you taking some downers? What the fuck? Also, back off from that microphone, bro. You're about to deep throat that shit. Like, goddamn.
World War World War Epstein is here.
To the great, proud people of Iran, I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand. Stay sheltered. Don't leave your home. It's very dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take. This will be probably your only chance for generations.
Yeah, Iran.
No, he's right. Like,
bro, our heart's not in.
Like, he's right, 100%. He's right, like, about that. Like, this is like, now that he's dead, and once they're done, like, destroying the regime, this is the first first time in in a very long time that Iranian people have a chance to rebuild their government in a way that they want to have their government, right? Like I feel like this is such an important thing for them, and like it's important for them to not fuck up as well, to like get it right and get it going. Like 100%, he's right about that.
In it. Our heart's not in it. You know what I mean? It's like, in order to do this kind of like regime change, you have to come in with boots on the ground. And maybe they will try and do that, but I do think that that will inevitably lead to the end of America. It will certainly lead to the end of Iran as we know it, but I think it will also lead to the end of
I don't know,
America.
bro. I'm gonna press doubt on that one, bro. Like
Hassan,
for real.
You know what would actually lead to the end of America? Giving the people who chant D to America nukes. That would almost 100% certainly lead to the end of America. You absolute brain damaged loser. If somebody is literally telling you what they're gonna do and they're chanting this shit, you would probably believe them, right? At a certain point. And if they're funding these terrorists who have the same goal as well and also chant the same shit, right? It would be a good idea to believe that their threats are actually real. Guys, reminder, it's been 270 episodes and this guy has still not learned a single thing, bro. This guy is such a plague, such an absolute cancer on the streamer community in general. And
Yeah, honestly, he is. Yeah,
political
like
commentary as well. The fact that he has any influence on anyone is so absolutely scary. It's actually frightening, right? Like, honestly, free speech was a mistake. Okay, like some people should just not be I'm joking, of course, but I do find it interesting that he's literally allowed to advocate murder and literally go against his country over and over and over again. And explicitly say
that's
that,
what
hey,
that's what
like,
I don't understand, bro.
Paraphrased in a million ways, that he basically wants to end America. That's his goal here, right? And you're just allowed to get away with that. I find it insane. By the way, let's just break that down. He says America launched a war, and he goes, oh yeah, they have a 93 million population, implying that they're killing 90 million people. Now, can anybody do a fucking Google search and find out what actually happened here, right? What happened was that they killed the dictator, right? They killed the guy who was oppressing all these innocent lives, and literally the guy who was murdering the innocent civilians, the innocent citizens who were protesting against the oppressive regime, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Of course.
Like he was killing his own citizens. Like, how do you think that's a good thing, bro?
Hassan would have a problem with this. Of
Is
course,
that a show
man.
speed?
Like, what the actual hell is wrong with you? Like, not even the greatest parody account could predict a Hassan Piker take, bro. Like, some of the shit is just so insane. I'm legitimately like, okay, if he said this, he's gonna lose his entire fan base. He goes and says it, nothing happens. Of
Yeah,
course,
yeah,
the
like,
dictator
how-
Blazer
I
has
don't
a
know,
problem
man.
with the evil man being eliminated. So then he uses a classic Diddy Piker strategy, right? He makes it about the working class versus everybody else, right? He says that everybody's a slave and that, oh, they're actually killing children, right?
What's remarkable about that is the admission. The admission
Admission?
that American sons and daughters will die. I mean, we're slaves. We're all slaves. We're wage slaves of a different sort. We're all slaves to empire at the end of the day.
Okay,
Especially
sure.
some of the poorest who thought that they could get a comms degree, you know what I mean, for free. An amenity pretty much offered by every other competent social democracy, the opportunity for upward social mobility that's given to every single citizen unconditionally. In the United States of America, you have to become a slave to the Pentagon, and you have to go and, sell your soul to the American government so you can go and you can slaughter other people's sons and daughters overseas. You got to go kill some children, and then you get up in the head. Hopefully you don't get your dick shot off while protecting a
Wait, what? Inside the CIA's secret missions to sabotage Afghanistan's opium. In a decade-long covert operation, the U.S. spy agency dropped modified poppy seeds in an attempt to degrade the potency of Afghanistan's billion-dollar opium crop.
poppy field, right, for JSOC so they can
So
actually
how is that a bad thing? Like, I don't get it. How is that a bad thing, bro? Like, I would say that's pretty good thing that they're doing, right? Like, fucking opioids are fucked up, right? Like, obviously, yeah, sure. Like, if you're someone that takes them medically because you're prescribed, and you're following the dosage, the dosage, then yeah, sure, that's something different. But a lot of people, let's be real, bro, they use them for as recreational drugs, and that's a lot of them are life ruining. And I can guarantee that let's not say all, but like most of the opioids that they grow in Afghanistan, they're not meant to be medically used. They're made to be sold, in the black market or on the street. You know what I mean, at the corner of the street for people to buy and abuse in what they deem a recreational way, which really just fucks up their life. Well, okay.
Clandestine operations and drug trafficking, stuff like that, right? So you come back to the United States of America with crippling PTSD, and then you get a comms degree so you can have your job if you're lucky enough to get one, by the way.
Right. Interesting. So this is the guy who claims to care about children's lives. Now, let's do a little pop quiz here. Hassan, what about your 3 favorite terrorist groups, some of which use children as literal human shields, right? What about that one, buddy? I mean, forgive me if it's hard to take anything you say seriously at all when you support people like that and then you go, well, I care about the children here. Dude, nobody is fucking buying this. Nobody actually believes a word you say. You got all of your information from like Al Jazeera or some shit. You literally take the news from these propaganda outlets and you go, well, actually, they must be telling the truth totally. I refuse to believe this is a real person. I firmly believe Hassan has been kidnapped by aliens. They got a chip implanted in his brain, right? There's an alien civilization that's trying to take over Earth, right? And they're using
That's what I think.
Implanted in his brain, right? There's an
this is what I think the Hassan listeners look like. They have to, bro. They have to. That or they're like hog maxing, you know what I mean? They're like 700 pounds and they're like, yeah, I'm healthy, bro. Like I eat salad when I got to McDonald's like 6 times a day. Like, yeah, I'm healthy, Don't shame my body. Don't shame my body. But like, yeah, all right, bro, you're gonna die by the time you turn 40. But it sounds good to me, man.
Alien civilization that's trying to take over Earth, right? And they're using Hassan as a way to instill a stupid fucking virus in a portion of humanity to have everybody infect everybody else with the stupid, right? And then we take each other out, right? If Hassan got his way, Iran would have nukes, right? And then they would eliminate the world, right? So if Hassan Piker got his way, the world would literally end. Usually I would be exaggerating. I would be making a joke or something. But no, like now we have a direct connection, all right? If Hassan Piker succeeds, the world ends. The world literally ends. It's actually crazy. Holy shit, this is a cinema moment right now because now we are literally fighting the end of the world.
But would it end though? Like, would it actually end if Hassan succeeds? Because I feel like if Hassan was to succeed, I feel like he would still lose. Because it's not very hard to outplay a retarded person. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, you'll have a crowd of retards, but like, the smart people will be able to outplay the retards. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Unironically. Did I lie when I said Hassan's stupidity will be studied for generations? Hassan will actually go down in history as a historical figure. Unfortunately, I know a lot of people want everyone to forget him, but somebody so stupid only comes once in a lifetime, once in a generation, once in a planetary fucking civilization, I'd say. So we all need to remember the name Hassan Piker as the stupidest man to ever fucking exist on planet Earth, potentially in the galaxy. So then Diddy Piker uses page 46 of Hassanetics, right? And he tries to appeal to everyone. He says, well, AI is going to take your jobs. Now you might be asking, what's the relevancy here? Nothing. Nothing is the fucking relevancy. He just knows that, okay, there's a couple things people are mad about right now. We can't afford rent. Healthcare is expensive. AI is the thing that's taking a lot of people's jobs.
Yeah, like he just has a checklist on his second monitor. It's like, okay, how can I make people angry? Right. We already said that the regime was good. Okay, we use that one. Oh, AI, bro. People hate AI. Yeah, bro. AI, bro. You're fucked. Like, you're gonna starve to death, bro, because AI is taking your job. You know what I mean? Okay, take that off the list. I don't know, man. This guy just says the most random shit ever. But okay. But by the way, if you wonder what my opinion is on AI, I don't know. I'm 50-50 on it, really. I can understand why people get upset about it. But at the same time, it's like, no matter how upset you get, it would just progress anyway, right? Like, it's like when people back in the day used to get mad about computers. Now everybody uses a computer, a smartphone, or whatever, right? Like, everybody, like, it's gonna advance, right? Technology is gonna advance, whether you cry about it or you understand it. And I feel like the best thing to do, personally, for your mental health in general, is like just understand that, like, while you might not agree with it, it's not like just because you don't agree with it, it's just gonna stop, right? I don't know. That's my opinion.
So he says all these buzzwords to try and appeal to people.
Especially because there are like certain things that can be useful, right? When it comes to AI, like there's certain things that AI makes better, But then at the same time, I can understand that there's a lot of things that AI has taken from people, And really, as a business, and as a business owner myself, right, it'll be like, well, yeah, if I have the option, like let's think about it logically, right? Let's think about it from a business perspective, right? A business, say Microsoft, right? Instead of paying someone hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars to draw something, right, to make a design for a game, they would much rather use AI, which is free, or it's like like a $30 fee a month or whatever the fuck, right? And like from a business perspective, you think about it, that makes sense, right? Like as a business, you don't want to use or waste money. Like this is a cheaper alternative that like 99% of it, it's exactly what I'm looking for. Whereas you have to, and it's instant, right? Or just about instant. Like rather than wait a week, a month, a year to get whatever you commission, you wait 30 seconds, a minute, or like 5 minutes, whatever, and then you got it there. Plus, if you wait a year, say, or no, that's a bit of an exaggeration. Say you wait a month, right, for the commission to be done, and it comes back, and you're only 50% happy with it. Now you gotta tell that person, well, okay, you need to change this, and you have to wait another month, and then maybe then it'll be to your liking, or maybe not. Whereas with AI, you're like, okay, I don't like this, change that. It'll be like, all right, boom, another 30 seconds, a minute, and you got it, right? So it's like, as a business, I want people to understand why a business would choose to use AI over a real person. Whether that's good or bad, it's honestly both. If I'm being sincere, and in my personal opinion, is both. It can be good, but it can also be bad. But a business is a business, and a lot of really big businesses, they don't care about you as a person. They only care about making money. And if they don't need you anymore to make money, well, shit, you're out of luck. It is what it is, right? And I know this. I'm a music producer, right? I go through the same struggle. I lost a lot of people that would have, that I collaborated with because, AI is gotten so good when they can get most of their thing by using AI. Like 99% of their fucking song is now done by AI, and it sucks, sure, but it is what it is. At the same time, though, a positive thing that I use AI for is like, for example, I don't know, I take some like vocals, right? Like fucking, say Snoop Dogg is smoke weed every day, and I just take the vocals, right? But the quality is not very good. I like to use AI to upscale the quality and to improve the quality of the vocals, so I can then use it in my song or whatever, right? So I can get a better quality, right? So like, you see what I mean? Like there's positives and negatives, and like just saying, and you can't just be like, oh, AI is really good or AI is really bad. It's really both. Saying AI is really bad, for example, you're missing the good parts. Like you're purposefully omitting the good that AI has done. But just saying AI is really good, it's also purposefully omitting the really bad parts of AI. So you can't really say either way. And like taking an extreme end, quote unquote extreme end, right? Whether you think AI is bad or good, it's just saying, oh, AI is bad or AI is good. It's disingenuous. You're missing purposefully or unpurposefully, right? Or either intentionally or unintentionally, the rest of the talk, the conversation about it, right? So yeah, I don't know.
Even though it's not relevant at all. Or it's
Why is-
not relevant.
I don't know
Then
why
you
it's
can have
flashing.
your
Let me just
job be
check.
stolen by artificial intelligence. So some faceless, lifeless, dickhead billionaire can turn on the GDP machine and make
We'll go back to a series.
Oh no! What the fuck? Sorry, I was trying to see if there was an issue with the cable.
in government, so you can go and you can slaughter other people stolen by artificial intelligence.
So stupid. Only comes once in a lifetime, once in a generation, once in a planetary fucking civilization, I'd say. So we all potentially in the galaxy. So then Diddy Piker uses page 46 of jobs. So he says all these buzzwords to try and appeal to people, even though it's not relevant at all.
Sorry
it's
about
not
that.
relevant.
Then you can have your job be stolen by artificial intelligence. So some faceless, lifeless, dickhead billionaire can turn on the GDP machine and make a little bit more money year over year. And it's awesome. And then you sit around angry and you think to yourself, well, I have an unlimited arsenal of weapons. Will I actually organize? Will I actually topple the system? No, I'm just going to either fund my family, or I'm just going to take the arsenal of weapons that I have and the nearest kindergarten. That's just the average American existence.
I think what he meant to say was like shoot the kindergarten. I don't know. It's being cut out of the video. That's done by more Pegasus. So yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to complete in the blanks, but it's kind of hard to understand. Let me go back, I guess.
My family, or I'm just going to take the arsenal of weapons. Will I actually organize? Will I actually topple the system? No, I'm just going to either fund my family.
Is he trying to say like kill my family, or like I don't know. I guess it's missing a bit of context.
Or I'm just going to take the arsenal of weapons that I have and the nearest kindergarten. That's just the average American existence.
Right. So Americans just kill children, according to Hassan. That's
right.
The
Okay.
average
So we got
American
part
existence.
of it, right?
I mean, I would be speechless right now, except I'm the only one here talking, so I gotta say something. This guy might be the single worst influence to ever be recorded online. I'm not even joking. Not even in terms of politics, in terms of the effect on the human race, all right? This guy's an absolute plague. If Hassan had a button right now to give the dictators nukes, he would literally press that button. He would literally press that button and he'd be like, you guys can now use this to protect yourselves against America. Surely the people who are chanting D to America are going to use it defensively. It's a defensive maneuver.
1,000,000%, right, guys? Like, come on,
is a
there's no
defensive
doubts about it,
maneuver
right?
against the evil Americans, of course. Hassan would unironically destroy the world if he could. This isn't even a joke. Like I was joking at first, but like, come on, bro. That's like the natural conclusion. Is he dumb? Is he evil? I don't know at this point. It's a bit of both. Also, I just hate the way he does this, bro. He always sprinkles in these things that people want to hear alongside his batshit insane takes, right? So he knows that everybody wants to, get a living wage and, be able to get jobs. And
Yeah,
then he goes,
obviously,
oh yeah, AI is taking your jobs. And also, Iran should get nukes, guys. Hold up, wait a minute. That's two different things, buddy. Bro's like a slimy salesman. He tries to sell you a package deal, Oh yeah, buy this Cadbury chocolate bar. Yes, it's also infused with arsenic. My bad, though. Didn't mention that part. So it turns out I did actually check my calendar today, and it is a day that ends in Y. So Hassan is calling out Asmongold.
Incel, decrepit Twitch streamers and think, no, this force projection is good. It makes me feel good. Well, your life sucks. Your life sucks. You have no freedom. You're cattle. You are literally a goddamn slave. Some of you are.
How the fuck can you live in America, be part of like the 10% of people or whatever, right? When it comes to income, so like you don't even think about money. You just have infinite money, just about, right? And then be like, how the fuck can I explain this? Like, you live so good, you have the freedom to do whatever the fuck you want, and then still you're not happy about it. You find a way to complain about it, and you think that, oh my god, America is the worst place in the world. Bro, you have not seen the world. I'm sorry to tell you, you have not seen the world if you think America is the worst place in the world.
Slaves without actually even working, but that's just the reality. I myself am a part of this process as well. I play a role in this sham. I play a role in this song and dance as well. I try to
you entertain
yell,
the
I try to
shitty
wake
song and
people up to
dance
these
by
realities,
pretending
but
to
for
care
the
about
most
it
part,
and just
it's very difficult. It's very
angering
difficult
people.
for people to even envision any sort of change because we have been reduced to being servile cattle for many, many years at this point.
Bro, what is wrong with you? This guy's acting like his non-existent daughter died, bro. I've never seen Hassan this upset in my life. Never kill Hassan's favorite dictator. Worst mistake of your life. Never do it. Hassan will cry for 10 hours on stream, claiming this is the end of the world, right? Acting like a 5-year-old who got their Barbie doll taken away, bro. It feels like Hassan cares more about this guy than he cares about his dog. Oh my god, I just realized. Kaya is getting so shocked
Oh my
tonight,
god,
bro. Oh
bro, that image is diabolical,
my
bro.
god. Imagine
Holy
the voltage
shit.
this demon is gonna use now, right? We all know that anytime he crashes out on stream, anytime he doesn't get what he wants, he takes it out on Kaya, right? He's gonna turn up the voltage to max. Man, free Kaya, bro. Holy. So then he talks about how stupid everybody else is and that only Hassan understands the situation. He unironically thinks he's the only person who's able to see right from wrong here.
Anyone with more than 3 working brain cells, and I hope you guys have more than 3 working brain cells, that there was no real negotiation aspect. And it was more so just a way to create a reason to destabilize Iran inevitably. And the reasons for why America and Israel want to destabilize Iran is not because the Iranian people deserve sovereignty and dignity. America does not give a about democracy. America doesn't even give a about democracy in America. America doesn't even care about American citizens. If you think that we care about what happens to them, you are delusional. You're the guy who goes to the strip club and says, no, you don't understand. You see, Hassan, the stripper does love me, actually.
I think that's you, my boy. Like, you started as like, oh, if you have more than 3 brain cells, so you already eliminated yourself out of the question. So you have obviously less than 3 brain cells. What the fuck are you saying, bro? Like, just shut the fuck up. Do yourself a favor and shut the fuck up.
She told me she loves me. I believe her. You are all, at best, human shields, okay? Your worth to the American government, to the Israeli government, is either a human shield, collateral damage, maybe productive forces if you are productive to a certain degree, you know?
Yeah, crazy Hassan is talking about strippers, bro. You are the only one here who's gone to like a brothel, bro. You're the only one who's done something
that's the
remotely
other thing.
similar. So you're the guy you're talking about there. Second off, thank you, Hassan, for mansplaining the situation. Of course, you guys simply don't understand. It's actually bad that the evil dictator died, right? Let Hassan explain to you, right? Let Hassan do his mental gymnastics so he can continue to glaze more terrorists, right? Hassan glazes terrorists more than Dunkin' Donuts glazes their donuts. You know, I
Bro,
could ask
what?
ChatGPT to AI generate the worst takes humanly possible, and it wouldn't even be half as bad as Hassan. This guy
Yeah,
comes
that's the
up with
thing.
this shit organically, bro. Bro is a specimen, a unique specimen. Hassan.
You know, you can say whatever you want about Hassan. Obviously, nothing good. You can't really say anything good about him. But at least he's original. Like, goddamn, bro. Nobody in this world can be as retarded and have such stupid takes as him.
Hassan's daddy is gone. Rip Bozo, you won't be missed. Anyone who hates Kamini is my friend without introduction. The worst people you know having their personal 9/11. Diddy Pika. Right, so here we got like a tech YouTuber or something, and he's basically advocating murder here.
Iran's leader had a 52% disapproval rating, so the USA murdered him. Trump sitting at 60% disapproval rating. I don't make the rules. Bro, come on, man. What are you saying? Man, fuck, bro. Jerry really, or Zach is his real name, right? He really fucked himself over with this tweet, huh? This is not something that I didn't expect this from him. But yeah.
Iran's leader.
Also, fuck yeah, bro. You gotta change that profile picture, bro. It looks like you're trying to apply for a job on LinkedIn. Like,
Had a 52% disapproval rating, so the USA murdered him. Trump sitting at 60% disapproval rating. I don't make the rules. Now,
also, I'm not American, right? So like, I don't know. Is Trump really at 60% disapproval? I feel like that's quite extreme. Like, I don't think his disapproval rating is that high. But again, I'm not American, so if I'm wrong, guys, please let me know. Like, I'm being serious. Like, let me know if I'm wrong. But I don't think. Wait, what? Let's actually look at this up, man. Approval rating, yeah. I guess. Okay, well, according to the New York Times, apparently it's 56%. Okay. Let's reject. The president's approval rating is minus 17%, 39 approve, 56 disapprove. Okay, so apparently it is kind of high, but again, I don't know why would Jerry rig everything, like get involved in this shit. Like I didn't know he was like political like that. Like god damn.
Now, what exactly did you mean by this? Well, this is an obvious threat in saying that, oh, Trump should be assassinated or whatever, right? But what I find even more interesting is he's saying Iran's leader had a 52% disapproval rating. Of course. Now, where did you get that information, you dumb motherfucker? This absolute moron actually trusts those polls. Is like, well, my favorite news source, Al Jazeera, said this. Well, you don't understand. The Iranian government and their media actually told me it was a 52% actually. Oh my god. Yes, actually, everybody loved the dictator, guys. Everybody loved him unconditionally. When he was completely oppressing his own people, they actually all loved it. It was only 52% that didn't like him.
By the way, for people that don't understand this, right? Basically, what he's saying is like, obviously, like it's an unreliable source, because if someone like Iran, like, it will kill the people that would disagree with him, right? With the, that would disagree with the dictator. So obviously, everybody was liking him, you know what I mean? So they don't die, which obviously makes the actual reports that, the Iranian government are saying very unreliable. The number is much likely a lot higher than 52%.
Hinged moron, stick to your tech videos, dude. People responded, Iran's leader massacred tens of thousands of Iranian citizens. What are you talking about? Nope, didn't happen. I don't know. I'm sorry. You're obviously lying. This is obviously Israel propaganda. I've loved you for a very long time, but as an Iranian, I need to tell you that none of these approval ratings coming out from the regime are true.
Yeah,
Any so-called
exactly.
democratic exercise has been rigged. So you're calling for the death of Trump. FBI, are you seeing that? Yeah, I mean, that is basically what he's saying.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, really. He's just saying, well, okay, it's time for Trump to die as well, because his approval rating is minus 60%. Like,
You expect an approval rating
Oh, sorry,
to be accurate
60%
when the
disapproval.
government murders you for disapproving of the regime?
Yeah,
No,
exactly,
It's
like-
completely accurate, actually. It was only 52%, of course. You can just instantly tell when
100%
somebody watches a
accurate
soundbite.
information.
It's actually crazy. You seem to have a 90%. Okay, that's crazy. I heard Kim Jong-un has a 100% approval rating. He must be a great leader. Of course.
I know. Yeah, exactly. Like, oh yeah, everybody loves Kim Jong-un. Wink, wink. You know what I mean? Like 100% rating every single time. Like, that's why he's the leader,
Of course, just ask North Korean media. They told me it was 100%. They actually love the guy. Yes, of course. Free Palestine, free Ukraine, free.
Oh
Your
my
test
God,
came
bro.
back. Retarded.
Retarded. Bro, I'm gonna have to look for that picture afterwards,
free
bro.
Ukraine, free Iran. Your test came
Retarded, bro. That's such a good picture. Oh my God, I need to
back.
look for this one afterwards.
Retarded. I think the Secret Service might be knocking at your door soon. Bro, these people need to be investigated. If you're putting out like literal subtle threats at
Yeah, if you're
murder
putting out
and
death threats,
assassination
like-
and stuff, these people need to be investigated, man. Like, it's not a joke. You can have your opinions and say what you want, but when you go around basically threatening people and advocating murder, I think it's absolutely crazy, right? And this isn't nearly as bad as what Hassan has done, of course.
You would kill Rick Scott.
Wait, lawyer here. Under the
Sorry,
Geneva Convention, religious leaders are protected persons. The supreme leader is an Ayatollah. Trump just committed a war crime and doesn't even know it yet. He's fucked. Please, dear God,
He has to be trolling. Please tell me this guy is trolling, bro.
be satire. Please tell me this is satire.
Yeah,
There's no
please,
way
bro,
humans
like,
can be this dumb. I refuse to believe
he
it.
has to be
no
joking.
way a
No way.
lawyer can be this dumb, bro. Right, so XQC responded, says that Hassan always has bad takes.
Unfolding.
I'm not going to watch Hassan. I mean, listen. I know if there's a good take or a bad take, but when I see a Hassan take, I know it's a bad take. If I could put some money, and I would go all in every time. I don't care to keep some money for my family. Fuck them. If I could put my money on whether something I take is a bad take or a good take, I put everything I have and alone on bad take when Hassan says something. I don't give a shit.
The days
I don't
ahead.
care.
And of course,
that
let's
has
not
nothing
forget,
to do
Helena,
with
in the
anybody.
last
It's
few
just
days.
I would go. No, it's
Hold
a bad
on, bro. I need fucking subtitles, because I don't understand what the fuck XQC
That
is
is
saying,
not
bro. It's
all-
like
Always has bad takes.
Unfolding.
I'm not going to watch Hassan. I mean, listen. I know if there's a good take or a bad take, but when I see a Hassan take, I know it's a bad take. if I could put some money, and I would go all in every time. I don't care to keep some money for my family. Fuck them. If I could put my money on whether something I take is a bad take or a good take, I put everything I have and alone on bad take when Hassan says something. I don't give a shit.
The
I don't
days
care.
ahead. And of course, let's not.
Honestly, yeah. You know what? He is right, bro. Like, goddamn, bro. Like, he's always a bad take. Like, if you bet all on black that he would have a bad take, you would be fucking making money or with a shovel over, like, infinite money glitch. Like, goddamn.
Nothing to do
In
with
the
anybody.
last
It's
few
just a safe
days,
bet.
even longer
it's
than that,
economic
the
based.
US
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a gambling man. Okay, I don't do that shit. But if
But
I, had
I
to pick a
would,
bet,
honestly,
I
for
would
this.
pick any day that Hassan would have a bad take, right?
Yep.
That's like betting the sun would rise tomorrow. That's basically 100% guaranteed right there. He has a program in his brain that just shits out the dumbest takes known to man. Hassan is crying because a terrorist died. You would think
I
this
know,
is a
right?
joke. You would
Fucking
think
hell.
that is parody, but no, that's actually what's happening. Moving on to Asmongold versus the most pathetic Hassan orbiter, Caseytron. Basically, Asmon revealed that he was the one who blacklisted Caseytron from all the Austin streamers and basically told people, don't interact with this psycho, right? And Casey responded, and she is very mad. Asmon takes credit for Casey losing access to a large chunk of the Austin streamers. Casey speaks on Asmon coming after her again. I really think Asmon's after me because he can't F with men of the same size. Wait, stop immediately.
Wait,
Place your
what?
bets in the comments below. It's time for the Caseytron game. How
So, but Asmongold is always like going after Hassan for his stupid takes. He's a massive political, like Hassan is a massive political streamer as well, and so is Asmongold. So what are you talking about?
many times will she say the word incel in this clip?
Oh my god. I don't know, bro. Just for the fuck of it, I think 20.
Now, if you remember last time, it was the grand total of 4 times. Can she beat her all-time record? Now, my guess for this is 3.
Streamer circles start wearing cowboy hats. That's whenever you got to watch out. A woman.
Casey Tron is upset too, by the way. Another little factor. I don't know if I talked about this before, because she basically got pushed out of the Austin, Texas circle of people, and like a lot of people didn't want to deal with her. That's because of me. I told people not to interact with her. She's a disgusting piece of shit.
I'm at the fucking DMV just waiting, and then I hear that fucking roach-ass motherfucker is talking about me, like, again. Like, holy fuck. I really think that Asmongold is just after me because he can't fuck with men of his same size, so he has to attack women. You know, he has to attack women. Like, he can't... You know, he's afraid of Hassan. He's afraid of Hassan. He won't debate Hassan.
I'm sure he's afraid of Hassan, and I'm sure Asmongold is the one that doesn't want to debate Hassan. I'm sure it's not the other way around, but you know, sure. I guess we'll take it from you with 100 viewers.
He, you know, it seems like is getting away from
And with a history of lying and manipulation. So yeah, I'm sure you're the one that's correct about this.
trying to cancel Hassan because it's always fucking blown up in his face and backfired on him. So I feel like he's back to his usual games of
I think I'm
just
losing the
attacking
bet, bro.
women
She has
who
not said
speak out
incel.
against him.
Yeah, once.
You know, he wants to sick his incel audience on women
Oh.
that speak out against him and like the awful, abhorrent shit that he says all the time on a daily basis. So yeah, he's back to attacking the
Ooh, that's actually a low number for
I know.
Caseytron.
I know, bro.
Only
Fuck,
one
bro.
incel. Oh my god. Let me know how many of you got it right.
I'm
in the
glad I
comment
didn't put
section,
money on that
okay?
bet.
One is a tough guess, to be honest. Okay, I'm guessing most of you got it wrong as well. I think the safe bet with Caseytron is usually like a 2 or 3. All right, I'd say that's like the average there. But anyways, Weed Monster here is very mad. So let's just
Weed
go over what she
Monster.
said. She's saying that yeah, Asmon can't F with men of the same size. And if by that you mean viewership, well then Hassan wouldn't count, right? He's way bigger than Hassan, so that wouldn't really make sense. Second off, they really need to stop with this debate me bullshit, bro. Hassan is a literal complete lunatic, okay? You cannot debate someone who is so irrational, right?
Yeah, like that's the other thing. Why the fuck would Asmongold waste his time to debate Hassan if Hassan all he does is just being a retard and just having the worst takes of his life? Like, it's not even worth my time. You're already a clown and you're already clowning yourself. Like, I don't need to clown on you any more than you already do. Like, you know what I mean? It'll be a waste of my time to go and debate Hassan because Hassan just has retarded takes.
Somebody who's so psycho, who doesn't live in reality. Debates only work with people who are somewhat willing to change their opinions. You know,
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's the other
an
thing as
open
well.
mind.
Yeah.
People who don't run a literal cult. People who don't have these completely unreasonable positions, such as, you know, supporting and defending dictators, right? And of course, Casey Tron has no argument as well, and no house, by the way, which is hilarious. But she instantly uses her ultimate incel move there and goes, "You're attacking women." Oh, brother. First off, can I just say how tragic it is that Casey Tron gets to call herself a woman, okay? I'm sorry, you need to remove yourself from that category. In fact, I'm calling upon a vote right now. I call upon all the women. Please have a meeting and vote and remove Casey Tron from the category of women, okay? She will remain an amorphous blob. She will forever be known as an utter pathetic failure.
But what
of a
about
person.
Frogan?
I don't know how she's still talking shit. Didn't you apologize to Asmongold for lying about his dead mother?
Oh yeah, that happened. Exactly, that happened, bro. She was talking shit about the fact that about Asmongold's dead mother, and then she had to apologize to him. Oh, this is clearly someone who's always given reliable information, and whenever she speaks out, we should believe her 100%.
Absolute disgusting freak.
Weaponizing the death of Asmongold's mother was inexcusable. I should know better because I have 3 disabled people that rely on me. Moving forward, I will do better.
And newsflash, Casey, nobody is attacking you because you're a woman, okay?
Yeah,
it's just
exactly.
the dumb shit you say. Casey, the type of person to rob a bank, right? Commit a crime. And when the police come and arrest her, she goes, "You're attacking a woman right now. You're detaining a woman."
Like the
Please,
Karen.
for the love of God, just shut the fuck up for once in your life, all right? It's actually crazy. Just a non-stop victim complex. I don't know how you exist like this. You're so pathetic. You're so pathetic, and you're frustrating. You're annoying. Casey Tron did this to herself. All Asmon did was warn people about her. Sit back and watch the shit show unfold. Ethan was the final boss in her demise. I'm surprised she's still streaming, bro. Anything but get a job. I love hearing her whine.
Bro, oh my god, the GTA 6 meme and the job meme is hilarious. Like, oh my god, did you just say the J slur to get a job? It's the funniest shit ever, man.
And cry, it's cathartic. Casey Tron's the only person I've ever seen that smoked herself into being a Karen. Now, was she a Karen before the weed or after? Or
Nah, I
both?
think
Who
she was
knows?
before, bro.
Moving on to Battle of the Ray Gods. Sneeko is going after Hassan again and calling him a viewbotter. And he's also saying that he's stealing his soundboard. You know, the one where they spam fa. Yep, it's truly a Re-God battle.
Yep.
Sneeko accuses Hassan of copying his flow.
Is that this was done
Dude, come on,
after
my
the fact.
fucking chatters
Maybe
are
someone had a
typing
friend
fa
down
in
at the
her
county
chat.
clerk who was responsible for scanning those docs into the system.
He's trying to copy my Ben Shapiro clip.
Document.
Look,
I should also
her
add
entire
that
chat
I
is
could not-
Nigga, Hassan, you bot. You're a view botter. You know why Hassan is a view botter? He will never show his revenue. He will never show his revenue. 2 reasons. 1, it's going to show that he's a fake socialist, that he's making far more money than anybody in his audience. 2, his revenue would expose that he's botting. He's not getting 30 to 40K every single day on the most boring stream of all time. It's not happening. He's botting. Show your revenue if you're not.
Hey, look at this. Everyone's typing fa.
Are we on slow mode? Wait, let me turn on slow mode.
Honestly, you know what? Fuck it. I don't even care about this. This is some retarded shit. Like, you know, it's unimportant in regards to the rest of the video. Like, that was the important shit. This is just some retarded shit. But it's what I'm gonna end it, bro. Like, I've seen enough anyway. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe if you're new here. Let me know your opinions, and you know, if I got anything wrong, let me know in the comment. You want to have a debate with me in the comments? Go for it. I will, you know, I will happily entertain your point of view if it's something that, you know, it's a good point of view, you know, or if it's something that I genuinely missed. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've been Antidota, and I shall see you guys next time. Peace out.